be advised, the opinions and views of the hosts and guests do not reflect those of the station.
You are what you watch. Hello, my name is Harton Watko. Welcome to our program. Let's start this program with a statement. There is no Catholic vote. Now, I am quoting a senator. Let's say another statement. God is random. Wow. And if I were a God, I would teach this God a thing or two on how to be God. Okay. Comments, remarks? From me personally, anyway. So that's my disclaimer. Ang pagkaalam ko, Pilipinas, lahat tayo halos Katoliko eh. And pag sinabi mong Katoliko, Roman Catholic. Part of which I grew up in going to Catholic schools. Now, outside the communities I've lived in Metro Manila and the provinces I've been fortunately been able to visit, from the tip of Luzon all the way down, even in Mindanao, it's predominantly Catholic. Now, I guess I grew up being proud of my faith and my religion. But it seems our religion, not my faith, not our faith, because if you have faith, it should be deeply rooted. And if you're still questioning your faith, then you do have a problem. Pero kung hindi mo pinoproblema ang faith mo, I guess yung next question is, ang simbahan ba, is it under attack? Okay. No less than our Pope said no to the RH bill. But our leaders thought otherwise. For whatever reason. There's so many reasons. You know, after all, the bigger budgets for pharmaceuticals is more important than the faith. So it seems. Of course, there are those who will rationalize that this is not a population bill, and all it wants to do is to help those who have 10, 20 children, to teach them not to have more than one or two that they can feed. Understandably, you can easily rationalize. But belonging to the church, it's like if you belong to a movement or to a corporation, and you're part of it and you like being there, if you don't agree to the objectives, the platforms of the company or the people you go around with, why stay? Diba? Why don't you just leave? And yet every Sunday, the very people who voted for the RH bill, which the church and no less the Pope said no to, was passed into the law. Wow. Confusion, more confusion. My faith is not in question, and I'm sure those in the church don't even question their faith. But is our religion under attack? Of course, the next issue just gets better. Next, we'll have divorce, then abortion, of course. I wonder if it's still a population bill. Hindi kaya mas madali na, like China, one-child policy. Ang problema, baka magka-revolusyon, ano? Hindi kaya. Okay, let's go forward. One-child policy. Population. My faith. It's not under question, but my religion is under siege. And we sit back and idly watch by. I thought there would be a revolution against this sort of thing. But no, we're taking it. Then again, we as Filipinos are very tolerant about almost everything. So I guess we deserve what we get. Alam mo, ang kasabihan dyan, you make your bed, you sleep in it. Tama nga naman. But what's next? Will the insatiable appetites of whatever, in this case Malacanang, direct the representatives to go by its way of what it wants. But who's leading? Is it Pinoy? The son of the very saint we wanted to make one? Gee, it's all baffling. Ladies and gentlemen, I opened up in this manner because we're not necessarily going to talk religion, but we are going to talk about the position of the Catholic Church. I've been bothered, I've written about it, because I believe there is a Catholic vote. I believe we are predominantly Catholic and we're still guided either way by our education as we grew up. Katoliko tayo eh. And we have a representative from the Catholic Youth Vote. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I'll ask our guest to explain exactly the Catholic movement, okay? Her name is Eileen, spelled with an E-I, but it's Eileen. Let's see. Eileen, right?
Yes, sir.
Gosh, your last name, there you go.
Esteban.
Esteban, yes.
Eileen Esteban.
Eileen Esteban, who is a professional, and it has a very strong advocacy towards the church. Correct, Eileen?
That's true, sir.
Okay. Is it first, correct me first, it's the Catholic Church movement.
It's Catholic Vote Philippines. That's the
Okay,
official
Catholic
name.
Vote. Bakit may Catholic Vote Philippines?
Because it's about time for the lay movements of the Catholic Church to act, to evangelize politics.
To evangelize politics, to talk about it, turuan ng taong bayan, to inform.
That's true.
So-
We are going to do election catechism during the time of the campaign for 2013, before May 2013 election.
Nag-umpisa na kayo.
Nagsisimula na po.
Okay, but sinabi mo youth. Please explain that part. How does the hierarchy work or the platform? Maybe you can brief explanation how this was set up.
Catholic Vote Philippines is a movement of different Catholic lay organization who happens to have a really strong desire of evangelizing politics in this time na makialam ang taong bayan.
It's about time! Sige,
Yeah.
keep going.
So, we felt like kailangan magsimula sa eleksyon yan. So, kung maghahalal tayo ng mga pinuno natin, ng mga leader na sa palagay natin ay hindi naaayon sa kung ano ang sinasabi ng ating pananampalataya, we will have a problem along the line. And that's what exactly happened during the RH bill. During the voting of the RH bill.
You lost.
We lost. We Catholics lost.
We lost. I lost. Okay, but
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. So, we felt like kailangan kumilos ang tao, hindi lang ang simbahan, hindi lamang ang mga pare at obispo, kailangan manggaling sa atin because we are the future and hope of the church. So we, the youth, and the different lay organizations, come together, let's form this group. And let's prove to them, maybe the 80% of the Catholic population might not totally do block voting, but there is a Catholic vote.
So, first, it's a hierarchy, and so it's not just one movement, it's many different movements or organizations. Explain that part, how that spans out. First, sino na sa taas? CBCP.
No,
Ah,
CBCP
hindi.
is not involved.
Okay,
CBCP is
simbahan talaga.
It's really a lay movement. Mga taong naglilingkod sa simbahan who felt like,
Mas marami yan
Imbes na-
kaysa sa clergy, no?
yes, of course. Imbes na magrevolusyon tayo, magalit tayo because of what happened in the RH bill, how it has been railroaded. Why don't we tell people, why don't we teach them how to elect the right leaders who would help us not to pass all those death bills
So you
that
wouldn't
are lining
vote for all of those that voted for RH?
Of
Don't
course.
vote, sinasabi mo.
We're going to do negative campaigning, but we're not going to endorse.
Okay, so this is different organizations under the church, not necessarily inside, but outside.
Yeah.
Is it national? Is it a big movement?
It's a national movement because if you would look at the organizations involved, they are national organizations that are either parish-based or merely organizations called trans-parochial organization. So we have organizations as big as Sangguniang Laiko ng Pilipinas, the Federation of National Youth Organization, and the different organizations within the parishes. But as I said, it is going to be a lay initiative. So, walang kinalaman ang mga obispo, ang simbahan dito, pero kukunin namin ang suporta nila. This time, tayo, ang mga tao na, ang mga Katoliko ang mag-i-initiate. Tapos na ang simbahan, kami naman.
How do you organize your head? Who's the head? I mean, you know, a chicken needs a head.
Yeah.
But who's the head then? Sino yung nagdidirect lahat yan? Sinong, ano nyo, logistics?
Well, we have a working group. We form a working committee who would be more or less working on different departments, so to speak, to take care of different concerns. But we appointed Doc Ricardo Boncan. He is our spokesperson and head for the Catholic Vote Philippines. And
I think I know him too.
yes.
So
Yeah.
he's the one who organized. Would you call him the chief honcho?
We call him our spokesperson.
So it's not like his boss.
No, because it is run by the different organization.
How do you fund this? How do you keep going?
As of now, it's coming out from our pockets since we're all volunteers
Boy,
here.
you sound like me running for Congress. so those talaga, unless you have an advocacy at may puso ka talaga gusto mong gawin, it won't work. So talagang puso ng taong bayan. Can you give me a number of the majority or the strength of this movement? Pag sinabi mo youth, from what age to what age? It can be high school, all the way up to even after education, after
40.
college.
It's until 40.
Until 40 years old. So malaki-laki pala yan.
Malaki kasi binubuo siya ng mga kabataan at ng laiko, ng adult.
So, lahat ng simbahan pinupuntahan mo, kung anong whatever parish you belong to, sigurado lalapitan ka ng mga gaya nyo. Has this movement begun?
We are starting the groundworks, but as I said...
You're running out of time. You realize on Feb 13 is the start of the election period.
But the structure is intact. That's why we have strategic organizations who would just cascade whatever information that we will tell the public.
Who creates the information? Bongkan.
No, us. There's really a body doing the research, like who are the candidates who espousing the death bills? What are the platforms of the candidates that you're going to elect in the local level, from the barangay? No, there's no barangay. From your mayor to your congressman up to the senator. So we will do it per diocese, per vicariate, per parish, depending on the different districts where the people, the Catholics will vote. So this time, what we're trying to espouse is you vote as how a Catholic should vote.
Di talo na kagad yung mga incumbent.
No comment.
Why don't you say it? Kasi, number one, no to death penalty, no to dynasty, no to those who voted the RH bill. Gun, those who vote for gun, no rin yan. Gosh, you're trying to unseat the president. Is that how far you guys want to go? Kawawa naman presidente. Actually, he's a good boy, you know?
I have no comment again on that.
No, tell us
I might have a dissenting opinion about him being a good boy.
No, but let's talk about more of the movement. This movement is not only in Metro Manila.
It's going to be all over the Philippines.
It sounds like a threat. How sure are you that this is a reality?
Because we are already working, and we are working with the church right now in partnership with the
But
church.
how do you do communication? Ang hirap ng komunikasyon, di ba? From north to south to east, west.
As I said, the organizations who are involved here already has a structure to follow. So when you have like platform or a program that you wanted to cascade, you just use their structure. So you send them information, they cascade it down to their diocese, to the vicariates, up to the parishes. That is the structure that we are going to use, the
Parang
structure of the
BEC.
Catholic Church.
Parang
Exactly.
BEC.
And it's been there. It's been working for quite a time already. So it's just a matter of really implementing the program and telling the people, oh, who are you going to vote? And what are the platforms of the people you are going to vote? Who are the people you're not supposed to vote because they voted for the RH, and why? Those are the things that we need to tell the people. We need to catechize the elections, our election, our politics, so people would really understand how it is to vote like real Catholics according to the magisterium.
How do you decimate information? One-on-one, or do you create forums, seminars, Or pupuntahan nyo yung taong bayan, kakatukin yung pinto.
We have plans on going one virtual. So we will have an official
Yes,
website where
website.
they could download all
What
the
will that be?
information.
Wala pa, hindi pa natatayo.
That's the information we're still trying to process, but the
Site.
website is already there. It's catholicvote.ph.
Let's ask them to write that later. Catholic Vote.
Yeah. www.catholicvote.ph.
CatholicVote.ph. Yun na lang, basta lagay mo CatholicVote.ph, maski World Wide Web, papasok na yan.
Yes, yes.
So doon nyo lalagay lahat ng information. So from there, the main program or the main content will disseminate nationwide.
Yes.
And then from there, it goes to the local parish or the lay people that coordinate and work with the parish and through the parish. So do you do it on Sundays, for example? Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. We're
I'm
planning.
trying to understand. Help
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Because I've never seen the church try and do this.
Oh.
Because the church does not need to go out on a missionary basis to turn you Catholic any longer. Katoliko naman tayo, di ba? We've sat back, we're all Catholic. I mean, well, most of our schools, di ba? So to speak, right? So, that's how it'll work. From the parish, do an organization, and then from there, you infect the youth, hey, to become body politic, to be conscious.
We have two. We will be using two platforms.
Okay.
The internet, and we will be training the leaders. Training the leaders
so
of the
maglo-local leaders
different.
kayo.
Yes. The leaders in the different parishes. Like, we're going to conduct forums, and we're going to conduct symposiums about this. And we're even planning to have a webinar. So those people who are really far, we could talk to them through the website, through the internet.
Alam mo, mahal yan, miski pa paano, magastos din yan. Sino nagbabayad lahat yan? Baka pharmaceutical. Linuloko ko lang ikaw. Yeah, but go ahead.
Yeah, we're planning to do some fundraising, like, conduct some forum, and probably get corporate sponsors. So,
You mean there are corporations that believe in the Catholic vote in the Philippines?
Well,
but the profit is the God, di ba? Alam mo very well, you're a professional yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, in business, marketing, and whatever, profit is God. That's the only objective. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, but in marketing, you also have to think that people who are trying to sponsor would just want the people who are watching, the awareness that it would create. And we are going to make this really loud. So we know that, for brands, it's just who are those that people listen to, who are those that people watch. So
you're going to try to infect them. Oh, good luck with that. Hawak ng Malacanang yun. So I don't know how you're going to do that.
I don't
And
think
they have more money.
I don't think all private corporations hawak ng Malacanang.
Really?
Talaga?
Let's go forward. Why are you so confident that this movement is gargantuan, infectious, and it's going to work?
Because we have done several movements before that I would say had worked using the structure of the Catholic
So bagay,
Church.
pag nagpo-procession, di ba? It's not the people of the cloth that organize it, but the lay people around the church that create processions, annual, whatever, di ba? And that takes a lot of money, time, effort.
At saka sir, alam mo, I think personally galit ng Katoliko sa ginawa.
Really? I'd like to hear this. Sige, kasi I belong to the Angkapatiran Party and I'm running for a representative. I like this. Sige, how mad are the people? Because I like to see it. They're only interested in noontime shows and as long as they win something on TV.
Maybe not all. Maybe there are people who cares.
Really?
And it's just really trying to, I think, kailangan lang ng tao ng magsasabi sa kanila na it's about time na kumilos. Our spiritual leaders are being lambasted left and right. Our faith is being attacked. The Catholic Church per se, we're being attacked by our very own government, by our own very political leaders. So, hindi pa ba tayo kikilos? Hindi natin kailangan ng revolusyon. Kailangan natin kumilos ng nag-iisip.
Protect our religion.
To protect our faith, to protect our religion.
Faith natin, grounded yan eh. Kung may faith ka, may faith ka. Unless nagki-question ka pa, you have no business being Catholic, di ba? So, protect. How does the CBCP figure in all of this?
CBCP is not part of this,
Oh,
meaning they're not the one who's behind this. It's really a lay initiative, but we're gonna seek the support of the CBCP so we could get into the different dioceses. As far as support is concerned, that's all. That would be the interplay. But we want this to be a purely lay movement because that's the power of the people. The church, the people is the power of the church. And if the people, the faithful would be the one to initiate things and do things, it would be a more powerful advocacy.
Okay. Aileen, let's stop there for a while. We're at the bottom of the hour and we have to take a short break. Having said that, the people are the power of the church. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be right back. But when we do come back, let's discuss the other issues. Are we, or is our religion truly under attack? And if it is, why is it you and I sit back idly and watch things go by? Truth to point is, even when we said as Catholics no to something like the RH bill, it was still passed. Is the people, the representatives that passed it, are they the people? Do they truly represent us, the Catholics, or do the Catholics no longer care? Remember, Senator Miriam Santiago said straight out, there is no such thing as a Catholic vote. Now, when we come back, we'll discuss more of these issues and find out how this hierarchy or this platform or this movement will infect all of us. If anything, to inform, to generate a branding that is, well, it has to be imbued with integrity. Kasi kung wala yan, and it's got to be based on truths. Now, whether it's going to get to the people or not, how this is going to work, and especially you, how you can be part of it as, you know, while you're watching it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.